How Hinge destroyed society forever. By Moon, one of my favorite channels. We're gonna like his video, and if you like the reaction video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps support the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's tap in and let's see what we got.
Slipping by quickly and it's not coming back. You should have found the one by now. Your friend is getting married soon. Your roommate's going out on a date tonight with a girl from Hinge. So maybe you should be on one of those apps. That's just how people meet nowadays. It's normal and you're not gonna find someone any other way, so why keep on waiting? So you download Hinge, and at first you see beautiful, perfect women. This is amazing. The dopamine's flying and hours go by and you drift in a haze, hypnotically swiping left and right, waiting for the next match notification. Over time, any matches you do get become worse and worse.
But see, and this is my thing, right? With the whole dating app shit, I think back in the day, and I hate to say back in the day as if niggas are old, no. But I'm saying back in the day, like 2015, 2016, 2017, like anything prior to like 2019, really. Like, I think that's when dating apps were, you know what I'm saying, in their prime, because people were genuinely using them for the right reasons, you know what I'm saying? Like, even today, like, I don't think people are using them for really the wrong reasons, but people aren't using them to their fullest capacity. The dating apps today are full of people who want fucking validation. They want, you know what I'm saying, they want you to swipe yes on them, or they want to know that they're like, okay, this guy's my type, I don't want to date him, or this girl's my type, I don't want to date her, but it's just nice to know that somebody out there in the world that I probably never come across likes me. That's what this shit is. Like, it's just like I want to see how many people like me, how many people I can match with, how many people I can gauge the interest of without even like really even pursuing it. That's what everybody wants. Everybody just wants to be liked. Nobody wants to actually go through with the whole dating process. It's weird.
Suddenly, those beautiful, perfect women don't show up anymore. But you continue and you message these girls to no response. Sometimes you'll have a conversation and then it fades away, but one of them continues. At least it's something. So you meet up as two strangers connected by an algorithm. You pretend it's not awkward or unnatural, and you go on the same mid-dates at the same mid-restaurants and bars with the same mid-people. Over time, you realize you have nothing in common with any of these people. If you don't try to force it, you're left with the gut punch that maybe this wasn't as easy as it seemed. The solution comes with a notification ping. Hinge Plus subscriptions are now on a discounted summer rate at the perfect time.
I'm not gonna lie, paying for a fucking dating app subscription genuinely makes me sick. Like the thought of that genuinely makes me sick. But it also makes me even sicker that you got these dating apps that are fucking charging. They're charging people for Hinge Plus, for Tinder Plus, or Tinder Premium, or Tinder Black. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that is like, you're literally just you're capitalizing off the fact that people are lonely as shit and they can't get matches in your regular algorithm or however system that y'all got set up. So you're charging them and giving them false hope that they're going to get matches in this premium setting. That's not what we do. When you know in reality it's not going to happen, gang. This is the honest truth of dating apps. You know what I'm saying? If you are attractive, the apps will work for you. If you're an attractive person, and I'm not saying just attractive to one group of people, if you're universally recognized as an attractive person, where, you know what I'm saying, black women like you, white women like you, Spanish women like you, fucking Asian women like you. You know what I'm saying? We know them type don't really like anybody. But it's just like, if you are a generally and universally attractive person, dating apps always going to work for you, no matter if you got the regular Hinge, the Hinge Plus, the Hinge Premium, the Hinge Plus Peacock, the Hinge Plus ESPN bundle. No, like, it generally doesn't matter like what type of Hinge you have. If you are attractive, if you are not like, you don't, and I'm not saying you got to be the most attractive guy for it to not even work for you, gang. If you are mid, if you are a normie, if you're normal, like if you're a normal human being who has normal facial qualities, you don't stand out the most, like you're not the most attractive, but you're not hideous, gang, it won't even work for you. That's just like, I don't know like how else to explain it to y'all niggas. Like, that's just how the apps are designed. That's how dating online is designed. It's designed to be something that's so fucking superficial, which is just like, maybe you should be happy. You should be proud that you ain't getting matches online, because all the people that's getting matches online, those super duper attractive people, they fucking suck. They have nothing generally, not all of them, but generally most of the people that get all the matches on Hinge, their lives are dedicated to their looks, their general appearance, their general pull, their general attraction. Like, you're not attracted to them because of what they're saying or the complexity of their photos, their outfits. Like, no, you like their face, and then once you realize that there's nothing underneath the face, like there's literally fucking nothing, then it's just like you're able to see past it. But this whole paying for Hinge Plus and giving niggas false hope, that shit is so shitty.
So maybe it really was just a case of not swiping enough. So you go back to the app over and over and over. Every day you use it day and night. Over time, the subscription discount fades away, and now you're paying full price while the matches begin to dry up. So soon you're on Hinge, Tinder, Bumble, Raya. 4 subscriptions now draining you weekly. You know this isn't really how it's supposed to be, but there's no other way out. It's just normal. But there is something deep inside of you that you can't shake off. Who is behind these apps? Who is it who's deciding your future partner? Well, it turns out that you've landed in the trap of one man's quest for total power. A man who is single-handedly changing how love, human connection, and families are made forever. But when I tried to figure out who this man behind all of these dating apps really is, I started to realize this was going to be a lot harder than I thought. But it's an important question to ask, because right now, 1 in 5 people under 30 meet their long-term partner with dating apps controlled by one company, Match Group, who owns all the major dating apps like Tinder, Hinge, OkCupid, Match.com, etc. And then there's the League, which makes you apply and wait in line to be.
If this not showing you like the levels of fucking corporate greed there are, gang, I don't know what will. Like, it's like literally the first successful dating app was Tinder. Like, nothing was wrong with it. Like, me personally, I don't think anything was wrong with it. The format, how it works, like it's pretty cut and dry. It's black and white. This is how it works. This is how you use it, etc. Then they come out with Hinge. Then they come out with Raya or Match or like whatever. Like, all of these shits are the same thing but in different fonts. Or they try to change the font of it and say, okay, Tinder is just for like, okay, if you want to date somebody off looks, you go to Tinder. Hinge, you can get a little bit more personal. Like, you can do it this way, you can do it that way. Or like I never seen Match before, or the League or whatever, but it's just like all of these things are like they try to tweak them in the slightest bit ways to make them different or to make you feel like there's a difference. In reality, gang, the premise of all these apps are the same. If they like your face, you're going to get a date. If they don't like your face, you're not going to get matches. That's ultimately what it comes down to. Like no matter how they try to dress it up, no matter how they try to paint it, changing the fucking logo on the app, gang, it's all the same shit. If they don't like you, they're not going to get play. That's just ultimately what it is.
Accepted. There's BOK for black singles, Chispa for Latino singles, and Our Time for people over 50. It extends its grip worldwide. In much of Europe there's Meetic, in Japan there's Pairs, across Asia and the Middle East there's Azar. So it would seem at the surface level the man deciding your next girlfriend must be the chief executive of Match.com, Spencer Rascoff.
It's important. It's existential. There's a loneliness epidemic and a mental health crisis globally, and it's driven by the fact that people don't have human connection. And I took this job because Match Group is one of the only companies globally that can make a dent in it, and it's important.
But you think like if you're smart enough to know that there's a lack in human connection, you know how to this how this nigga sat in the boardroom meeting, right? So look. We notice there's a loneliness epidemic, not just between men, but it's men and women too. You know how we can solve that? By putting people deeper into their phones and giving them the ability to only want to connect with the most attractive people on the fucking planet. How does that make sense? How do we solve the human connection problem with just giving people the most superficial way to select what human that they want to mate with? That makes no fucking sense to me. And it's like this guy, he appears as smart, or he's LARPing as a smart guy. He's LARPing as somebody who wants to solve worldwide issues, but this is not solving issues at all. If you really wanted to solve the human connection issue, y'all would have things set up in real life. You know what I'm saying? In real time. Go out into the world and meet your partner. You know what I'm saying? How your grandma and your grandpa met each other. They was fucking going to the grocery store and shopping side by side for months and weeks, and then they finally built up the courage to say, oh, are you more of a pasta person or are you more of a this? Give me like, then you make that connection naturally. You know what I'm saying? Our grandparents, our ancestors, they didn't fucking meet on Hinge Plus. They didn't meet fucking paying for a subscription on their phone just to probably get a date. Like this is not what it was. This
And work, and I'm having a great time.
If you feel lost or lonely, he says his apps are the answer.
This is the loneliest generation. It's the most digital generation. They actually need our types of services more than anyone.
Now, they don't even want you to make the selection yourself.
arguably it's your fault. Arguably, like, you gotta understand, like, humans are so shallow. Like everybody has an ego. Everybody is so fucking pretentious, if I'm using that right. It's just like this. You're saying this is the generation that needs us the most, gang. You're doing the most harm to our generation with these dating apps and these superficial things that ultimately rely on this. Your success rate depends on how good you look to the other human eye, to the other gender, or whatever, whoever you fucking attracted to. But it's like these things are not created in good faith. They're not created with good intention. If this was created in good intent, with good intention, with good faith, with we're genuinely trying to get younger people to, you know what I'm saying, connect with each other more. Why is there a paid subscription? Why would you feel like you have to charge me to in order for me to get more matches, in order for me to get more opportunities, to get more looks, to get more dates? Why do you feel like you gotta monetize that? You know what I'm saying? If you know, like, this is like, these niggas are so greedy because they know for a fact that there's a loneliness epidemic that we're going through. Everybody knows that. But you know what? Their first thing is like, okay, we can fix the problem for free, or we can milk these niggas for every cent, and then they still end up the same way. You know what I'm saying? That's all they're doing, is they're just milking lonely people. Like, we're cows to them. Any way to make money off the backs of lonely people, off of people who just aren't, either have the most confident to go into the real world and establish these real connections, and they want to just do the dating app route because it feels safer. It feels, you know what I'm saying, like, it's easier to get rejected in the app than it is in real time, because it's not a direct shot to your ego. You can cope. You can find ways to cope. Maybe I didn't pop up in their algorithm. Maybe they just didn't see me yet. Maybe, like, they just hit the red X, as opposed to being face to face and somebody telling you, oh, I don't think I'm attracted to you. I don't think I like you. I don't think we mesh in that level. This is sick to me, bro. Like, this genuinely infuriates me.
This idea is Overtone, a dating app where you're interviewed by an AI model that determines your matches. But he only took the job at the start of 2025, and he's the latest in a chain of executives who are constantly replaced. For once, the CEO is not the answer to who's responsible for assembling this monster. You see, the Match Group is a monopoly inside a monopoly much bigger than itself. Peel them back to the board of directors and you find a connection to a vast monopoly called the IAC. It has owned more than 200 companies: Expedia, Ticketmaster, Vimeo, LendingTree, Investopedia, All Recipes, Verywell, and more than 40 of the country's biggest media brands. It's the largest digital publisher in America, and you've probably never heard of it. And it also owns roughly a quarter of the casino empire MGM Resorts, with connections to Disney, Paramount, Universal, the Washington Post, and Coca-Cola. When I was a kid, what I imagined of love was definitely not this, where the most beautiful thing in life is reduced into a mundane function. It's like how you can reduce the beauty and supernatural awe of a butterfly wing into a scientific byproduct by stripping the eternal mystery and richness from its beauty, just labeling it with scientific terms. This reductionist view is taking over everything. It's why love is now becoming a series of statistics optimized for a profit-extracting algorithm for something that should really not have an algorithm involved. I mean, just take a moment to think. Love, family, and marriage, the bedrock of civilization, is being altered by one man. So who are we allowing to alter these very important things? Well, it turns out that Barry Diller is one of America's many elite monopolizers with a net worth of over $5 billion. When Diller talked about Match, he didn't describe a company that helps people find each other. He described a cash flow machine. Its margins were, in his words, extraordinarily high.
See, and then I told you. This is how they see y'all niggas. This is like you got you gotta understand, right? Behind closed doors, this is how I imagine it going. It's just like these niggas that are creating these things are literally laughing at y'all. They are mocking y'all. They are ridiculing y'all. They are ridiculing the average man. These millionaires, these billionaires, they genuinely just look at y'all like a number. Well, not y'all, but they look at us like a number. I say y'all because I ain't really on these dating apps. Like that's why I said that. But it's like I lost my train of thought. Nigga, lock in. What the fuck? But yeah, like behind closed doors, like they don't see y'all as people who are looking for something. Like they're looking for anything that helps them improve their lives on that dating level, on that dating aspect. They're looking at y'all like, okay, there's a problem. There's a lapse of general connection in the world. How can we monetize that? How can we create something that not only helps the world but puts money in our pockets, grows our company, grows our business, gives us the opportunity to create another platform, create another business venture. That's all they're doing. Like you literally seen it with all these different fucking companies that have nothing to do with each other, but are tied into each other. They're just looking for the next business venture, the next capitalistic opportunity to make more money off the backs of everyday working fucking people. That's everything in this fucking world. Like that's what this world is now. Everything is monetary. Everything is what service can I create that just puts money in my pockets? It's like it's so
For that, your dating life, your romantic chances, your potential of building a family is just a cash flow machine. It's not lost on us that the tech elites is funding the loneliness epidemic they are profiting from, even if it is lost to them. You can see how they don't understand in this interview.
There's been some criticism of dating apps like Tinder. A Vanity Fair called this the dawn of the dating apocalypse. I wonder if you're worried that, the hookup culture and the tyranny of choice might be ruining dating.
Is this the end of anything? Is this the coldness of anything? Cooling down of intimacy or any other, or the endless hookupness that is laid at the feet of dating programs? That's all drivel.
He describes romance as an inefficiency to be solved.
So if you were my age,
But how is romance an inefficiency to be solved if that's not romance and love? Like, why are we trying to put an equation on love? Like, why? I don't get like how do you quantify an emotion that a person feels towards another person? And like I genuinely feel like we're in a position right now where it's like a lot of people are waking up and realizing that a lot of the people that hold the power in this world, a lot of the people like that nigga who are creating these things and have their hands in a lot of shit, like they're literally just like puppet masters or puppeteers or whatever with strings, and they're just using these companies or using these worldwide problems just to monetize situations and shit like that. You got to understand, I believe the world will get so much better when these niggas just die. Am I allowed to say that? Maybe die is harsh, but perish, move on, go to another life, go to another universe, another realm. That's when shit'll get better for our people, for younger people, the people that's growing up that are literally noticing this shit, and they can't, like, we can't, I ain't gonna say we can't do nothing about it, but it's very challenging for us to do things about it when we don't have the assets, when we don't have the means of connections that these people who've been fucking making money off our backs for decades do. You know what I'm saying? Am I making sense to y'all? Please tell me I'm making sense to y'all.
apps, you'd be using Tinder?
No.
Of course I would.
Fuck
Do you think I want to, as I did in my distant youth? Do you think I want to go out and wander around, inefficiently? And by the way, world is not an efficiency or not. It's a boring process.
Nobody's asking for efficiency with this stuff, and it's a mask they hide behind, and Tinder is the proof. First of all, your innermost feelings and sensitive conversations are saved and centralized there. On just Tinder alone, people swipe around 1.6 billion times a day, roughly 48 billion swipes a month, producing about 26 million matches every single day. Every swipe, every tap, every pause is recorded with a timestamp, and one estimate puts the data a single user generates at around 1.5 gigabytes a year. A French journalist called Judith Deportel used European privacy law to request everything Tinder had about her life. After a grim battle, they sent back around 800 pages of her Facebook likes, her Instagram photos from an account she'd already deleted, her education, the age range of the men she went for, and the time and place of every conversation she'd ever had with a match. The secret was her desirability score, the thing that determines where you're put in the algorithm. If you rate highly, you're pushed to the front. If you rate poorly, your dating life will continue to get worse. And it's probably something that's controlling you right now. You've been on the apps for months, if not years now. You've had matches, you've had dates, you've spent hundreds of hours and thousands of dollars on all of it. So what are you left with? Well, there's two options. You're either isolated, afraid of speaking to people in real life, constantly overthinking your photos. Maybe my funny vanilla prompt is the problem. Maybe I don't look cultured enough, but I am cultured. If only they could see the real me. So you keep changing.
But that's the thing. That's only a hope. It's like, ultimately, all these things are just like fucking coping mechanisms. Let's call it what it is. There will never be a witty enough quote. There will never be a fucking a stylistic picture enough. There will never be a really good ass outfit. There will never be a fucking cheesy pickup line. It will never be anything other than the fact that, do I like your face or not? That's what it is. Let's call it what it is. Let's stop being shallow. Let's stop being naive. Let's stop being, you know what I'm saying, like just copers. This is what it is. And it's like it's not really no realness to that when you're trying to date online, which is superficial dating. It's not real. If you want a person to genuinely like you for you, you got to get out into the real world and meet a person where you can display things other than just your face card, gang. Like you genuinely have to go out into the world and meet somebody and, you know what I'm saying, show off your humor, show off your wittiness, show off your banter, show that you're smart, show that you're caring, show that you got charisma. You got to show these attributes to yourself, because in dating apps, you can't see that through pixels. It was never designed for you to be able to feel these things through the pixelated screen. No. It was never designed in your favor. It was never designed for the person who's deeper than, do I look good or not? Deeper than, do you like what's on my exterior as opposed to my interior? It's social media in general, but specifically with dating apps, they're not designed for people who like to go deeper than the surface level shit. It's not designed for you.
Organizing over your new intro lines, your new game strategy as your matches get worse and worse. You know you can do better than this, but the algorithm says no. This is what you deserve. You deserve to beg for the response of someone you're not even attracted to. Or secondly, maybe you're one of the lucky ones and finally struck it off with someone. They then become your partner. In the back of your mind, you're always aware that they weren't the top choice, or the one you actually wanted, but you're the one the algorithm made you settle for. And as you begin to fall in love with them and imagine your future with them, sometimes a thought will occur to you. Man, was I lucky to find her. Or was I? How long had she been on the app for? How many people had she been talking to? How many profiles did she go through? How easy was it for other men to do the exact same thing as me? Besides, I'm not really that special or attractive, so if I could do it, what about everyone else? And if that's the case, then how easy will it be when we have an argument, things go bad, or distance pushes us apart, for her to be taken away by those same people on that very same app? Or you think about all the other women you've seen on those apps. What if the one you chose wasn't actually the best one? You know there were hotter people with better personalities who were more thought-provoking, kinder, smarter, more empathetic. What if you matched them instead? Why are you committing to this one if you could have done better? There's thousands of people waiting for you to message them. So why are you putting all of your chips on this one if you're not even sure they're that great to begin with?
And that's what a lot of people say today, where it's like social media and dating apps, it's ruined the general perspective, because a lot of people think that they got more options than they actually do. And I'll be honest, I think everybody's felt victim to that. I felt victim to that. Like, you settle with a person, or not even settle, but you end up with a person, and then you're happy, but there's that thought in your back of your mind, like, maybe I can get better. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's somebody with a bigger ass. You know what I'm saying? A bigger chest, fucking a better smile. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's always going to be something in the back of your mind, because you're so culturally ingrained in how you grew up with this social media and this seeing different women, seeing different men, seeing different people from all across the world. That's why our ancestors I say ancestors, our elder people didn't have these problems because they didn't have that proximity issue. They didn't have an expanded proximity, gang. They grew up seeing the same fucking faces that they were when they were 10, and the same fucking faces that they see when they turn fucking 45. You know what I'm saying? Most people back then didn't even fucking leave their hometowns. They didn't go from city to city. They didn't live in fucking LA and have the possibility to see what people look like in New Jersey. They didn't live in fucking Nebraska and see the cute girl that's out there on the Miami streets. They didn't have those luxuries, so that's why it was never an issue to them. But in today's time, where everything is online, everything is on the internet, everybody's, especially attractive people, you're able to find them anywhere, as opposed to the people that's just in your general proximity, opposed to the people that you encounter or you come across in your daily everyday life, your coworkers, your grocery store, main people, you know what I'm saying? The people that you come across at the gym, your gym regulars, people that you come across on a daily basis doing the same shit that you do every other week. Like your general view is expanded now, and that's what's fucking everybody up. Everybody thinks that they have more options or potential options than they actually do.
And you argue more, you shout at each other, you lose the attraction and eventually break apart. And as you sit in your room where you started, you're alone, isolated and bored, feeling time slip through your fingers. So you download Hinge and begin the process again. As for your data, well, that's moved at will across the entire monopoly. A 2020 investigation found Tinder was sharing user information with at least 45 companies owned by Match Group, and that OkCupid was passing users' sexuality, drug use, and political views to an outside analytics company. Each of those apps sorts you in a slightly different way, but the goal is always the same: rank people and decide who gets placed in front of who. Tinder does it with a desirability score. OkCupid asks you hundreds of questions and turns your answers into a compatibility percentage. Hinge uses a Nobel Prize-winning economic theory from the 1960s called the Gale-Shapley algorithm, in which everyone in the pool ranks everyone else, and the app pairs people off in rounds. Here is the current CEO explaining how the monopoly appears to give you freedom of choice.
So you have a portfolio of dating apps, and one of the things that I've always been curious about is, and look, I'm married, so I don't know, what is the distinction in your mind between the different apps? What's the differences?
Our two biggest apps are Hinge and Tinder. So Hinge is for the intentional dater. The tagline is the app that's designed to be deleted. It's supposed to be your last dating app. Tinder is supposed to be your first dating app. Tinder is for possibilities. You might find your soulmate there, you might find a short-term relationship, you might find anywhere in between.
So as you continue using these apps, as you continue to go on dates with people you don't even really like or care about, once your relationships end and you realize there was no spark or magic to begin with, you wonder about your parents, your grandparents, your great-grandparents. The generations of humans for thousands of years that formed relationships with the spark of magic in real life. Looking across the room, making eye contact, working up the courage, the resilience, and the mental fortitude to take what you want and risk it all for a future together. But instead,
and that's what it is too. I was just literally thinking about it, like our parents and our grandparents and their parents. It's just like they were able to go to place, like they had places available. They call them third place locations or some shit like in between locations, which is essentially, I don't know the exact name of it, but I can explain it. I want to find that term for that. Let me see. Give me a second. I'll probably edit this out. If I don't, I don't. We find it together. Fuck it. Places in between work and home are called third places. Sociologist Ray Oldenburg coined this term where the first place is your home and the second place is your workplace. Coffee shops, cafes, local bars, pubs, parks, public spaces, gyms, fitness studios, libraries, and bookstores, community centers. When the last time you hit up somebody and say, hey, let's go to the fucking community center? When is the last time you said that? Like, obviously, and then some of these places like gyms and shit like that, people look at it as a fucking cardinal sin to even make eye contact. So it's like you're not always gonna, like, I don't know. The world is weird, bro.
Falling into this man's plan for you, where the meaning and beauty of your life essence is replaced with simulations of it, decorating your cage so that you think your place in the servant class is freedom. You outsource your thinking to AI, you outsource your experiences to videos at home, you outsource your yearning for companionship to a subscription. and in the process forget the basic skills of life, how to signal interest, escalate, move through dating to marriage, then be happy in marriage. I mean, just look up, stop for a moment and reflect on it yourself. Take in the psychological dependence you have given to the screen in front of you. It's unprecedented, and unprecedented things have unprecedented consequences. So I have to ask you, was all this prosperity worth it? Did you really want these changes? Or are you beginning to realize that maybe the endless choice and consumption is destroying you? Maybe there's a reason successful people who get everything they want destroy themselves again and again. Maybe there's a reason the richest countries in the world are euthanizing their own people. Maybe the convenience is making you dependent. Maybe it is why you feel numb and never really free. Maybe that's why they keep you addicted to the work from home, AI best friend, dating app addict, Uber Eats consuming, constant dopamine fried lifestyle without substance or meaningful life satisfaction.
Nah, gang. YouTube got nothing to do with this. I don't want to see YouTube. YouTube has nothing to do with this. Now, think about it. Too much of everything is never good for you ultimately. But if I had a choice to be addicted to meth and be addicted to watching YouTube, gang, I'm choosing YouTube. Like, what are you saying to me? YouTube isn't a problem, because the thing generally is YouTube was created as think about the general intent of what YouTube was created for. It was just created for the average person just to share shit, share videos or whatever. Social media, maybe it started out like that, maybe not. It's debatable, but look where social media went and look where YouTube went. YouTube is still looked at universally and globally as a place for people to be creative and, share things with other people, other cultures, on how they see the world, how they create different things. Like it's pushing you to be creative. Social media is just pushing you to fucking be fake and fit a fake algorithm that doesn't suit anybody in the long run.
What sort of man would be designing this world for us to live in? Before creating the IAC, Barry founded Fox Broadcasting with Rupert Murdoch. He was a director at Coca-Cola and spent over a decade on the board of the Washington Post alongside Warren Buffett.
When I met Rupert, I'd always wanted to start a fourth network because I thought the three networks were boring. And he said, great. I said, what do you mean great? He said, do it. Well, we have to buy these stations. It'll cost $1.15 billion. And he said, do it. What could be better?
Despite being 84.
Why we never see these old niggas at a young age? Is this have y'all niggas been old y'all entire lives? Have y'all always been elderly? What type of matrix are we in right now where all these super duper successful 1.5, 1.8 billionaires, trillionaires, gazillionaires are all fucking pushing 90? You know what I'm saying? And then you never see them at a young age. You never see them normal. You just always see them fucking old and in tuxedos, drinking fucking expensive ass alcohol and just saying the most fucking out of touch with reality based shit. How could, my whole thing is, for a person to be in the field of something like creating dating apps for in hopes for the betterment of fixing dating or fixing the compatibility issue that people are going through today. I just don't understand how your hand could be so deep in that, but you could be so out of touch with society, so out of touch with reality.
He's still part of. He started his career at a Hollywood talent agency called William Morris. By 32, he was running Paramount Pictures as the youngest studio chief executive in Hollywood history. He oversaw Saturday Night Fever, Grease, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and many other iconic films and TV shows. He was even responsible for bringing The Simpsons onto the TV at 20th Century Fox. This is an old school entertainment tycoon through and through, someone you don't become through kindness and goodwill alone. His ferocious style frightened his colleagues, who fondly knew him as Killer Dilla. According to Time magazine, his style was allegedly to be blunt, brutal, and quick to humiliate. He tested people by dropping them into jobs far bigger than they were ready for and watching whether they sank or swim.
I discovered fairly early that the best organizational process was to get smart, snappy people in a room who have opinion and get them clanging against each other with their opinion.
The ones who swam became the most powerful executives in Hollywood. His deputies were called the Killer Dillas.
I have always thought that the best arranging room for that is a group of people who are in conflict with each other, usually past their point of endurance, meaning the longer you push it, I found over time that when you push people somewhat past their endurance, when they like say, oh, please, can I go home? And you won't let them go home, interesting things happen after that.
Michael Eisner was his second in command at Paramount, who left to take over Disney, then a fading studio, and turned it into the behemoth it is today. Katzenberg was another one of his proteges. He then ran Disney's film studio and co-founded DreamWorks with Steven Spielberg. Another ally, Dawn Steele, became the first woman to ever run a major Hollywood studio when she took charge of Columbia Pictures. He trained the people running Hollywood. He's also a massive Democratic Party donor and member of the Council on Foreign Relations, the elite foreign policy body once chaired by David Rockefeller.
I hope y'all seeing the common theme in like when they showing you these people or this person after this person after this person. Like just look at the common theme. Look at the commonalities. Look at how they're so similar and very fairly different.
Daughter Chelsea Clinton onto the boards of two of his own companies. His wife is a princess by first marriage, old European aristocracy folded into new American money, and his inner Hollywood circle was so powerful that rivals nicknamed it the Velvet Mafia. He also has close allies in the tech industry, as this is what he said about Bill Gates.
Actually, that's not fair to Bill, who I like very much, and I respect a great deal. Usually, I think people do not grow. I think they kind of, by the time they're sentient, they're relatively fully. Gates has grown enormously in so many areas of empathy, but he was mean and relentless. He is no longer that. He's a solid citizen of today and tomorrow.
This came out in September 2025, not long before Gates was engulfed by the Epstein files a few months later. Dillard did also say how he was ferocious and understood leverage.
Did you ever see anyone more competitive and aggressive than him in his heyday?
At that time, he was truly ferocious, and he understood leverage. Anybody who's in any world of commanding, revolutionizing a world, which Gates certainly did, has got that quality.
Through Diller's life, you can see how the dominant corporate forces in this world are created, often in deals behind locked doors that you have no say in. The whole group assembles every year at a party Diller and his wife throw in Beverly Hills the night before the Oscars. The guests have included Oprah Winfrey, Bradley Cooper, Diana Ross, and the former head of Google, Eric Schmidt. But the next level up from that is this lockdown resort in Sun Valley, Idaho, where a boutique investment bank called Allen & Company hosts a private invitation-only retreat that the press calls the Billionaire Summer Camp. No cameras are allowed inside, but the private jets stack up at the local airport.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you, brother. The goal is to, you know what I'm saying, be successful. You know what I'm saying? Do this shit, get your money, get out. For the life of me, I would never want to be super duper rich to the point where I have to literally like bump shoulders and bump elbows and rub shoulders with the likes of these niggas. Anyway, this video was already 40 minutes long. It's your boy RushMoreRick. If you enjoyed the reaction video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. The goal is to drop 2 videos Monday through Friday. Like every day, so I had something for y'all niggas to watch, not just one thing but 2 things, and then one to watch Saturday, one to watch Sunday, to give y'all niggas, like, obviously YouTube can be your life. I want you to watch me, but I want you to actually go out and, you know what I'm saying, do your shit. So we out of here. Peace.